On today's episode of All Work, No Play.
Oh my God. Very.
Coming up.
All work, no play.
I'm happy to be with you again. I'm Sam Riegel. This is Liam O'Brien.
Hi, guys. Welcome to All Work, No Play.
A show where we do stuff together, talk about it, and also hang out with each other on a set that weirdly has like doubloons as the set dressing.
And today we have mimosas.
Mimosas, because most of the time we film this show at night.
Yes, but it is early in the morning.
6 a.m.
Yeah. Got the crew out of bed. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. So we're starting the day off right with some mimosas and some friend time.
Yeah, it's going to be a different event, though, that we're going to talk about later because it was perilous.
It was dangerous. It was very scary for all involved, mostly for the crew watching us.
You're lucky to have your beard on, and hence I'm lucky to still have my beard.
That's true. Yeah. But we'll get to that later.
Okay.
First, we're just going to catch up like we always do on this show that definitely has a format.
We used to go like 8 months or so before, so we could catch up on a ton of stuff, but I just saw you like 3 days ago. Has anything changed?
In the last 3 days, so much has changed.
Okay, lay it on me.
I started to tell you about this before we started rolling, but last night I walked around the outside of my house naked with shoes on, trying to break into my own house.
To break into your own house?
Well, the back of my house is under construction right now.
Yeah?
That's where the thermostat is for the house.
Okay. I'm having trouble focusing because I've just got the visual in my mind, but keep going. I'm listening.
So it was 3 a.m. I had to go turn the thermostat off because it was on and there was heat blowing into my house. And we live in Los Angeles. There shouldn't be heat. But I had to go outside to get back in, which means I had to put on shoes. And I was out there with a flashlight and shoes and just my wang hanging out.
Did you lock yourself out and you had to?
I did not lock myself out.
Okay.
And even if I had, I have a human lockpick. No?
This tapers nicely into the dick stuck in a thing conversation we were having before action was called.
That was my night.
Okay.
That's why I'm a little tired, but happy to be here.
You're not frequently outside with your doodle out.
No. Well, how was your night?
I didn't sleep too well last night. But you're reminding me of another thing that I do at my house. It's a regular thing. I don't do it with my doodle out.
Okay.
It seems like a bad idea. My house has a lot of brown widows that hang out on it. So they're not.
Those are dangerous. Are they more deadly than black widows?
Less.
Okay.
I think I read that it would like numb your entire leg and be excruciatingly painful, but you'd survive it.
Okay.
So those are everywhere.
Sure.
Every year at a certain period in the summer, they come out and I go out with a shoe or a flip-flop and I let out all my frustrations in the world on brown widows and just slap them dead.
Wow.
Yep.
You don't have like a fly swatter or anything?
No, shoe. I've used a stick. I killed 20 2 nights ago.
You're a murderer.
Yeah.
There's like a brown widow post office somewhere that has a picture of you up on it, wanted for murder.
I do feel bad. I wish that they would learn or could communicate or study.
They might. There's a lot we don't know about their
society.
The arachnid society. Yeah.
Have you endangered your life much in your life?
I have. I think I have. Okay. We were talking about this a little bit before also, too. Just like the ways that you put yourself in peril just in a day-to-day life or just by choice. Like I've done things like skydive. I've done things
I will never do that.
You will never do that?
I will never do that.
Because it's fun.
I'm sure it is, but if I get hit by a bus, I'll just go, oh, life is hard. If I am falling from the sky and I'm doing this, masturbating on the way down.
Oh, no.
If I am falling from the sky and pulling on the ripcord and masturbating and the ripcord doesn't work and no parachute comes out, all I will be able to say is, man, fuck you, Liam O'Brien.
Yeah.
You did this.
By choice.
By choice.
That would really be the tragedy of it all, but once you're up there, it's very exhilarating. I think for me, the scariest thing about skydiving was the flight up Just like
Just the
'cause it's
anticipation.
It's 15 minutes of just like, oh my God, I'm
It's
going
like
to die. I'm
sitting
about
on
to
the
die.
roller coaster for 15 minutes going
Yes.
up to the
Yeah.
top.
But then when you're falling, it's just fun.
Especially if you're masturbating on the way down.
I think I did it wrong. My instructor did not tell me that part of it. But have you been in danger? We both grew up in New York area. I'm sure there was dangers abound.
Well, I've never been in a fight, period. I've been beat up on at different points in my life.
That could be a future episode.
Sure. Just us, walking into bad places.
Just us fighting each other.
Oh, okay.
Like a street fight.
Oh, that sounds hot. No, never got into a fight. But when I was younger and in New York City, I would often, much to the consternation of friends, would try to stop fights that I would see on the street. So I would yell at people if I saw like people getting heated.
That's more dangerous than being in a fight.
Yeah, it's dumb. You should just stay out of it.
Both guys hate you.
Yes, they do. There was one time when I was walking on 3rd Street. It doesn't matter. I was walking on the street and I saw like some big burly dude grab a little shopkeeper guy by the throat and push him like up into a wall. And I think he had done some construction work, I gathered, and the guy didn't want to pay for it because it wasn't done right. This is what I gathered in like through violence on the street.
Sure.
And he just starts yelling into the guy's face going, fuck you, fuck you. Nobody saw nothing. And I'm like 8 feet away. And I went, I saw it. I saw the whole thing.
Oh, no, Liam.
And he turned.
Oh, no. Why would you do such a thing?
Because I'm so smart. But I waited for like 2 minutes until the police got there. And as soon as they got there, fucking bolted.
Oh. Wait, you waited? He didn't fight you?
He looked like he wanted to murder me.
Okay.
He never quite got to it. He stopped holding the guys
called
against
his
the wall.
bluff.
I did.
Wow.
I'm basically a superhero. What
That's
else?
amazing.
I have also I went through like a firebug period.
What does that mean?
I played with fire in ways that I shouldn't have.
Oh, you were a pyro.
Just for a little while. Don't do that. Don't play with fire because it's really easy to burn.
That's our
burn yourself
PSA
up.
for the day.
Yeah.
Don't burn. Don't.
Dirt burn to
Dirt
derb.
burn to derb.
Shouldn't do it, but I went through a phase of like roasting GI Joes.
Oh wow. Well, that's fun. I think that's fun.
Until it isn't.
Yeah, if you do one or two, that's fun.
Pretty good odds.
If you're doing like packs and packs of them, that's you're troubled. You're a troubled child.
Working on it.
I'm trying to think of danger that I did not intentionally put myself in, but just happened into. I can't remember if I told you the story on our podcast, but at my wedding night was one of my most dangerous nights. Just not because of the hardcore sex that I had, but because of what happened at the ceremony.
Yeah.
I'm Jew. I was Jewish. I am Jewish. I'm Jewish.
Seems definitive.
I'm Jewish.
It's at the core of your identity. Would
Yeah,
you say?
it's really important to me.
Okay.
No, I'm Jewish, but I had to convert to Catholicism to get married to my wife.
That's also funny.
But between you and me, no one's watching this, right? I was crossing my fingers the whole time. So it doesn't count, right?
Which part? The hardcore sex? The
no,
actual
the
marriage?
converting. But
the
whatever.
Conversion. Okay.
But I converted to Catholicism.
Okay. I do.
No, that part I meant that part. But wait, if I wasn't a Catholic, maybe it doesn't count. I don't know. Anyway, I converted to Catholicism,
right?
To get married to this beautiful, amazing woman.
Dangerous already.
And we had a beautiful Catholic ceremony. She's also Vietnamese.
Okay.
So then after that, we had a Vietnamese ceremony.
A lot of layers.
Where you have to the
gotta
groom,
jerk off.
The groom's family comes in with like a pig and presents it to the bride's family.
Sure.
I don't know what it comes from, but
just dig that hole deeper. They'll just
I'm
keep digging it
insulting
deeper.
everything. Anyway, then we had at the reception to honor my side of the family.
Right.
We had a Jewish ceremony.
Okay.
We had a chuppah. We did the chair dance. We did all that stuff. We also smashed the glass. You're supposed to say a toast and smash the glass.
Stomp it, which means it means you do it because
I'm a real good Jew. I think it means in all in all Jewish things, it usually means like we have to honor the pain of the past.
I'm sending this episode to your mother.
Wow, I'm really a terrible person.
We've learned a lot today.
Oh shit! I think you're saying that with every beautiful new chapter of your life, it comes with some pain. Something has to break to. Right. Oh boy!
Really, just a dislike of formal wear, dinner.
Next episode, there's going to be a rabbi and a priest sitting here in my place, apologizing for the whole episode,
flanking you like parole officers.
Anyway, as I stomped the glass, the glass that I had bought at a dollar store. Shot up through my shoe, which was also a rental, and stabbed my foot. And I was in pain. I was bleeding all over the place.
Did the wedding stop? Did everything stop?
No, it kept going.
You just let it pool up in your shoe?
It took me a second.
It
took me a second to realize what was going on. So they picked me up onto the chair. We were doing the chair dance. Right. I was being bounced around.
Masturbating on a chair.
Yeah, double masturbating on a chair. I could feel my foot throbbing. I could feel it filling up with warm liquid, and I could also start to see it splatter around.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I tapped the guys. I was like, "Yeah, maybe put me down. Maybe put me down." And they wrapped up my foot. Okay. I continued the night, and then when we said goodbye to the last guest, we went to the ER to get all patched up.
You live dangerously. You're a dangerous man.
Yeah.
Maybe it's what attracts me to you.
I probably messed up a lot of that stuff. We may have to add some disclaimers.
It's now the show's canon. It's our alt universe version of Judaism.
We're developing our own religion on the show.
Right.
Yeah. Cool.
We should sell tapes to go along with that.
Yes.
I remembered one other thing that I did that, as a child to put my life in danger. What's up?
Our drinks are topped off. Whoa. Movie magic.
That's pretty good. Mm-hmm. When I was like 7 or 8, I went to a babysitter's around the block, and on her block, it was a hill.
Okay.
And we used to take skateboards.
Sure, this is a common thing.
Yeah, but we wouldn't stand on it. We'd sit on the skateboard and ride it all the way to the bottom, and that would dump down onto like a T on the street. Mm-hmm. So you had to...
With like an a T section.
T-pose.
Okay, but cars
would be going by, but not that often, which just meant like every 50th time you did it, you could die. Great. So we would go down and skid out, and if there was nothing there, you could keep going and go across the street over towards the Pathmark grocery store.
Wow. And shout out to Pathmark.
Are they? Do they?
Nope.
I don't know. But I did have that one perfect ride down where a car came careening down the street as I did it, and I just rolled off and burned all the skin off my forearms. And better than off of my face from a tire.
You're so manly.
I was 8-ish.
You're so boily. Boily?
I don't like that.
But speaking of burning the flesh off of your body...
We did that. This
segues nicely into the fun that we done this week on All Work No Play.
Just this week.
Yeah, it was just a couple days ago. Mm-hmm. Before we go into it, I feel like we've forgotten some items on the show. We typically, people know the format of the show by now, right? Like we're 4 episodes in.
Right. We discuss Malaysia.
We talk about ourselves.
Right.
We talk about, we get together and do a fun thing, and then we talk about it, right? They know this already. They know the show, right?
They got to know it now.
Oh, God.
Where are you going with this?
I don't know. I want to make sure that our audience is with us. They're real dumb. We'll cut that part out.
Okay.
Anyway, but also we haven't mentioned Laura Bailey. We haven't. That's about all that we haven't.
That's it. I mean, there aren't that many running gags on the show. We have our home office in Malaysia. Mm-hmm. We have our Harp Love of Laura Bailey. Mm-hmm. Man Love. Mm-hmm.
Was there a Travis Willingham sound effect as well?
You wanted to splice in like either it was just the sound of a horse whinnying, wasn't it?
I think that sounds familiar, right? Well, we can get that going.
Okay.
All right. We've taken care of business. We can get into it now.
Let's talk about fire.
Let's talk about fire.
I was scared to death to do it. we went with, we met up with our good pal, Marisha Ray, who has lots of experience with fire spinning.
Yes.
Staves.
Yeah.
She introduced us to a woman named Ash.
Oh, hi there.
Never.
Hey.
Hey.
I'm Sam.
Hey, I'm Ash. Nice to meet you.
Which is ironic.
Fucking badass name
So
for a fire
cool.
spinner.
I didn't catch her last name, but I assume it's like
Cinder Flame.
burn off.
Right.
Yeah, something cool.
We were just walking through the hills.
Why
Didn't
are
know
you
were gonna be
walking
here.
like you have the staff up your ass?
Well, because we're wearing Matt Mercer's clothes.
That's Yes. right.
And everything feels a little awkward.
We came dressed for success, Liam. We were in our finest hippie gear. I was wearing pants that belonged to Matthew Mercer.
I was wearing a top that belonged to Matt Mercer.
Yeah, and these clothes had been worn at a Burning Man.
Yeah, you looked like you ran a bong shop.
Yeah.
And I looked like a Tekken character.
Marisha looked like Marisha.
Yeah, pretty much.
She always kind of looks a little hippie, but in the coolest possible way. She pulls it off.
Yeah,
no sleeves.
A hippie that it could break your windpipe.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
kind of her brand.
And she had just come from that little festival out in the desert. She just looked like she was wind-worn and just like
Everything chafed.
Yeah, just from Tank Girl or something, just ready to kill. She's awesome. She's also she's standing like right over there, so we can't really say anything too
she's
bad.
She's a creative director, so you kind of got to
Yeah,
lay it
she
on
could
her,
cancel the
think,
show
right.
at any moment.
I mean, I think she probably should.
Yeah. Yeah, if the Catholic League doesn't shut us down for this episode. So we got there. It was a nice open area where there were not a lot of trees to burn down.
So what do you want to know about fire shit?
Well, I want to let loose, but I want to stay safe. I want to become a being of fire, but I also want to see my kids graduate college.
Yeah.
So if we could facilitate that.
There was lots of safety equipment.
There was
everywhere,
lots of
which was
talk of
really
safety.
put me at ease seeing so many fire extinguishers and so many people with blankets ready to run in and smother me.
Yeah, we had fire extinguishers. We had a bucket of sand, I feel like. There was this gel goo that we never used.
Cool gel goo in case we burned ourselves and we could just dunk our head or whatever in there.
Yeah.
It never came to that.
She taught us a couple of things. She taught us to like, if we feel like we're losing control, to just kind of like drop it, or
just bring it straight down.
Or bring it straight
Don't go,
down.
"Ah!"
Yeah, don't fling it at the crew.
Right.
Don't throw it at the cameras.
She also talked about when you want to put them out.
So this is on fire. You want it out.
I want it out. Help me. Help me.
So then your fire safety person's going to come up to you,
Oh, well, that's easy.
clap it around, and you want to choke it off. And I hate to say this, but it's true. Like a baby.
That's awful.
It's a tiny little neck, and you want it.
We could
feels
do like
like
a squirrel
to
or
choke a
something.
baby.
They take the poi and they just they snuff it out. Stop crying.
It's all about intention and how you sell it.
Why would you ever choke anything?
I don't have
You know animals are the entryway.
You need to choke off so that way it doesn't breathe.
Like a baby.
Or a squirrel. Sadly.
This episode brought to you by Pampers.
Hashtag smother the baby.
It took us a while just to get beyond the concept of smothering the
Yes,
baby. I felt like they
yes.
could have gone with something else.
Yeah.
So we had to practice without any fire.
But the thing that we were doing, that we were specifically going to do was called poi, right?
Yes.
Poi, which is fire spinning.
Was the whole device the poi, or was just the giant marshmallow on the end the poi?
Maybe we have footage where she tells us about that, which we'll cut to.
So these are poi, and essentially, basically what they are is an object at the end of a tail. In this case, it's Kevlar and it's metal. The idea is that you soak these in fuel and then you light them on fire and you spin them. It's actually originated from New Zealand, from Aotearoa, the land of the long white clouds.
All I'm hearing is like the muted trumpet from Peanuts, because all I can envision is my arms on fire.
Yeah, all I hear is the sounds of my own screaming.
We did a lot of practicing of basic moves with the poi. We started just doing this.
The jump rope.
The masturbate.
Yeah.
That's the theme of our show. Every episode.
Now, the next thing I always show people is a split time. So split time is basically
That's like you're throwing a
where
tantrum.
one poi is up and one poi is down.
This feels like I'm having a slap fight.
A little bit. So once
Liam,
you've got this
we're
good
hippies.
timing-
They did it. We're officially hippies.
Yeah.
We just did like circles, almost like giant pasty tassels in front of us with the poi.
Then we did some like crossover moves, right? Where we would take the jump rope and turn it on its side.
Right.
You're going to bring it up,
Yep.
around to the right, and down to your left.
Yep.
So it's like you're scooping. Scoop with your hand.
Yep.
Scoop.
Got that.
Scoop.
Scoop.
Scoop. Scoop.
And
Scoop. Scoop in.
Cool. Looks good. Rhythm
Scooping
looks
fire
good.
on my head.
So do the jump rope motion.
Sure.
And then cross your body. Cross. And double scoop. Double scoop.
Double
Scoop.
scoop.
Double.
Oh no! What am I doing? What am I doing? I don't even know what I'm doing.
You're accidentally going.
And then we started getting into this thing that I could not for the
Yeah,
life.
it was this
You got the knack
fluid
of it.
samurai. Was it that called the 3-beat? I think, or something.
This part is
Right.
very much an epiphanous moment. The only way you can do it is sort of like an aha. Don't overthink it. That is the worst thing you can do.
Boy, that looks really. I didn't think at all, and it still went badly.
But it was a back and forth that was so complicated, and eventually she just said, like, the only way you're going to get this is if you turn off your mind and just go with the flow. Oh wait, this was a flow thing. Wasn't this a flow? The whole thing was like a flow. I heard that word
Keep making hand motions. That's the
being
most
bandied
important thing.
about.
Oh my God.
Drop your arms,
Marisha,
relax.
you've done it. Oh no, you
You
didn't.
cursed me. Fuck. Fuck, you jinxed it.
You're doing it.
Stop saying my name.
There you go. Oh, almost. Over, under, out. Over, under.
Nope, this is not it.
You had it before.
I had it.
You had it. Now you're overthinking it.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
I'm so stupid.
I think after an hour of practicing, I could feel myself getting there slowly over time. And like right before we were about to light up, I was getting there. But you got there sooner, and Marisha was already there when we started. You can just kind of feel it work.
What is happening?
Except that while we were practicing without any fire, every once in a while, you'd hit yourself in your dick with a poi, or I'd hit myself in the back of my head.
Yeah, and it did not feel good. It hurt.
Ow.
A little bit more turned up.
Nope.
Those are heavy
Yeah, yeah.
metal balls,
Yeah.
and they can hurt, especially if you're spinning and whipping around on chains and stuff. It's a weapon.
I did not feel very good for my chances to get through unburned with the amount of times I kept bopping myself in the wang.
And I gotta say, I could see how it was fun. Like
Oh,
it was kind of addictive. Like, you know how you have like a complicated video game or something. You're like, I know I can get this. I just need to work at it.
That's really apt, yeah. And I just kind of, it was very zen working on it, even though I kept hitting myself in my dick. It just felt really calm, and I wanted to like get a hold of it, but I knew that I couldn't force it. I just had to feel it out. And eventually it was getting there, but not fast enough for me to feel comfortable to spin fire around my face.
Yes.
In intricate
Yes.
weaving dance.
Okay, so then we got into the actual fire.
Yeah.
We did a wet down where they covered the area in water.
They sprayed you up and down in slow motion, very little clothing.
Yeah, it was like
It's called the wet down.
I actually like to spray myself with these ones
Oh,
and hair. Hair is always good.
okay. This is good for cats too, that are getting where they're not supposed to be.
She also did a demonstration.
Yes, you hear that?
Whoa. Whoa.
Yes, queen!
Wow. Whoa! These are all the things I will not be doing. Wow. Wow, the sound is amazing.
Sounds like a 747.
Yeah.
She was deft and agile and confident, and
A dancer, basically a
It
dancer.
seemed amazing, beautiful too.
Jeepers, I can feel it over here. That is terrifying. Feel like a cat following a laser beam pointer around the rug.
Was technically proficient, but it kind of felt like she was just improvising what she was doing.
It was amazing.
Oh, backwards weave! Backwards weave!
Whoa. Humans are amazing.
One-handed.
What?
Yeah!
She's Wonder Woman! Wow. Wow.
Yay!
And then it was our turn.
Oh man.
Oh, man.
Patang. Oh.
Work.
Oh. Whoa!
Yes, yes, yes!
Woo!
There you go.
Techno music, techno music! Whoa!
The jump rope.
Holy fucking shit!
Oh.
Now I'm gonna start the weave.
No,
No,
don't
no,
do the
no,
weave.
Just go to the simple spin. No.
Oh!
No.
Oh!
This feels amazing. This is enough for me.
Woo. Yeah. The
Get it?
pogo. Oh no! Oh fuck! Oh! Whoa! It's chasing me.
Come!
I did it! I did the weave! I did it! Oh god! Okay, out.
Whoa.
Just practicing it, it was zen. It was quiet and just contemplative. And then when the things lit up, they just went, and you spun it just, and instantly, like massive amounts of adrenaline surging through your body because you're like, yep,
Yeah.
I could totally just go up like Andre the Giant in Princess Bride because there's fire 2 feet away from my face.
Yeah.
It was exciting and scary and fucking awesome.
That
Like,
sound,
way more awesome
that
than
sound of fire is an ancient sound that your bodies are just tuned to. Like, nope, get away from that sound.
Yeah. I tried to do like one level above the basic move of just spinning him and just instantly saw it like coming at my face or something. Went, nope. Hey, I'm jumping rope. And that was enough for me. I was able to do it in like different syncopation. Just all masturbation. Can't get away from it. But just 2 minutes of that was friggin' thrilling. And I would love to do it again.
Yeah. Me and Marisha were watching you.
Yeah.
I think we had a little blanket to
Yes.
protect ourselves in case you flung one at us.
Yes,
Which you didn't.
The other thing with the blanket was like it was cold at that point, so like that blanket was great for saving your friend from certain death, but also you
Cuddling.
you could snuggle in it.
Yeah, that's cute. I thought you did a great job though, because you did not burn yourself,
Right.
and that is the only measure of good in this game.
That's right. Apparently, we all hit ourselves with fire and just didn't know it.
Yeah, I didn't notice if I did.
I was told that I bopped myself in the back of my skull with the flaming poi.
With it lit.
With it lit. I don't remember feeling that. Most of the hair seems to be there. When you were doing it, you literally the fire like snaked past your beard
Flames.
2 or 3 times.
On the side of my face.
Kidding?
It was petrifying. It's super scary to start.
Still did better than me, and you pull it off briefly for moments and then aborted out of it, which is when fire would go like past your Tim Curry
Yeah,
beard.
because
And
she told us if it's looking bad, drop them.
Yeah.
None of us dropped them.
No.
And I tried to run away from the fire and it was attached to me. So it kept chasing me wherever I would go. It was not fun. Our producer Natasha
looked like she was going to drop dead like a hummingbird with a heart attack.
Yeah, I think she had her phone out, had dialed 911 and
9-1.
just hadn't hit send yet.
Yeah.
She really wanted us to stop.
I will say that doing it was a exhilarating and a blast, but immediately once I started watching you do it, and then even more so when I was watching Em do it, like everyone likes to bust our balls and joke and be like, dad jokes, such a dad. I mean, it's literally true, right? I have never felt like such a dad when you guys started spinning fire and almost burning. I was like with the blanket going like, oh God, not my baby. Not my babies. It's too soon.
Speaking of our babies, let's talk about Marisha. So she
wore crushed velvet pants,
which were certainly flammable.
Yeah, they looked.
I mean,
like
they were made of oil.
It looked like someone had liquefied somebody's crushed velvet prom tuxedo and then just splashed it into pants on her.
Yeah.
And when she was doing her thing, there were a couple of times when she's fucking awesome, right? She's done a ton of it.
Yeah.
I've seen pictures of her looking like a Jedi spinning
Yes.
fire, but there were a couple of times when she was sort of at rest, and the poi were at rest by those crushed
it would
velvet pants.
hang by her ankles.
And there was like fire licking up the side of her pants.
Yeah, when she stopped later, we saw on her arm was a big black mark from not a burn, but from when the thing had actually hit her and put like soot all over her.
That is Satan's touch.
But she was able to do the thing that we were unable to do, which was We got to come up with a name for this thing. Was it what is this? What is this move?
I really just want to see how long you'll go. The Samurai Jack?
The samba?
That's trademarked. The samba, sure.
I don't know. But she was able to pull it off a couple times with real fire going.
Let's call it the creative director.
Yes. And let's say a cheers to Marisha Ray. Don't ever cancel our show.
It just happened. Wait. Yeah, it just got canceled.
Yeah.
I felt like we've got a pattern of skill level here with the guests and you and me where like our guests tend to be pretty good at what we invite them in to do. You got a knack for it, and I'm the worst. I'm just always
I
the
don't
worst.
think that's true for this time around.
It certainly was true this time around.
It was true that Marisha is way better than us. It's true that...
That's true. That's a whole separate conversation on its own.
And then as a special treat, I think when she finished, all of our blood was rushing and our adrenaline was pumping. Ash gave us another little show, right?
Oh, yeah. She turned into a dragon. She pulled out what looked like a drunken master's little like bottle of booze, except it had, what was in that? Kerosene?
Must have been.
Something
Jet
flammable.
fuel.
Jet fuel. And she would just go and like drink it and spit stuff out. I don't really know what was going on there, but like there would be 20 seconds of silence while she prepped her throat.
Yeah.
And just spit. She said that you had to blow it out and then like vacuum seal your lips.
Or else it could come into your
Otherwise
mouth.
it'll go in and light everything on fire.
Ooh, so scary unnecessarily.
Not my babies. Not my babies.
But it was very impressive. And in the end, we got to use some of the safety equipment too. They sprayed you with a fire extinguisher for no reason.
Yep, don't breathe in. Not
and
for
it's
the
super
inside.
cold, right?
Yeah. It's a chemical reaction happening.
Yeah. Was your face burned?
It was
chemical burned?
No, it was cold. It felt sort of like a temporary antiquing, just over and done really quick, and then it was gone. You know what antiquing is, right?
No, that's when you go antiquing to buy antiques from an antique shop.
Well, it's also that, but it's when I feel like I shouldn't spoil it for you, and I should just do it to you.
Are you going to slap me in the face or something?
That's a promise.
What? What's happening right now? What?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Oh, boy.
Don't Google it either. Just let it be.
All right.
Just let it happen.
I won't Google it.
Okay.
Just like that time you told me not to Google Lemon Party.
Oh.
Well, Liam, my heart is just beating thinking about what we did this week. My heart is also just beating because I'm a living human being.
And proximity.
Yeah, and because of you and your aftershave that you wear, your musk.
That's the smell of fear.
I love it. But I feel like we learned a lot about ourselves, our limits, our tolerance of danger, and
Just
fire.
reaffirmed my lack of coordination in general.
But I think we have a lot to be proud of. We survived.
Sure.
We were hippies for a day.
We had fun. I felt like a superhero doing that.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I would do again. 10 out of 10.
Will do again.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I guess that's the show.
Sure.
Coming up next on our channel is, I have no idea.
The replacement show, I guess.
I also don't know what we're doing on the next episode. I also don't know the results of the poll that we've put online to rename my son HDT.
Right, there's a little bit of sort of movie magic going on here.
There's a
where
lag.
All this was kind of bat shot.
You know what?
Close
Let's
together.
say that the poll has happened.
Yeah.
Voting is closed.
Yeah.
And I know the new name of my son, the new code name for my son on the air is going to be
Keanu.
And we'll fill that in later.
Perfect, yep,
with
yeah.
like voiceover, right?
Yeah.
And I hope it's a multiple syllable
We'll
word.
get like, I'm trying to think of, not you. You shouldn't do it. It should be
No.
like Ike Amari.
Yes.
Or
Darren DePaul.
Darren DePaul.
Yeah.
We'll get
Okay.
John DiMaggio.
Yes, it'll be great. It'll be great. Special effects on the show. Well, that's it. Let's finish these mimosas. And
All right.
go-
Cheers. Cheers,
Go have a
dears.
day. It's 7 a.m.
Don't fire us, Marisha.
Good show.
Masturbating.